Yo, people, good day or good evening, whenever you're listening to this podcast. I hope you're having a good time. And if you're not having a good time, I hope this podcast can up that vibration. Yeah, people, we're back online. It's good to be with you all again. So today, we're aiming to do a quick breakdown on some of the so-called music artists. Today, we're going to touch on maybe just the Caribbean artists for today. There's a lot to speak about when it comes to these music sellouts, so possibly we'll come back to this topic again and shoot another podcast for it. So yeah, people, let's move on. As you guys may have heard me say before, all the people on the mainstream are sellouts. These people that are in control of the music industry and all the other industries, as I say, people, they have no time for people like me and you. They have no room for it. They only have room and time for their agenda, you understand? So anybody you hear in the mainstream or in the spotlight, just know they're put there by design. Yeah, people. They are the people that control the frequencies and vibrations that hit you. Yeah, people. They control the effect that it has on you. And if you guys don't understand the seriousness of vibrations and frequencies, I will definitely look into that. And I'm gonna point you guys in the direction of something special right now. Before we get to that something special, we're just gonna rewind a little bit into history. We've got a good man here. He died in 1943. His name was Nikola Tesla, if you guys haven't heard of him before. He basically invented a lot of stuff to do with electricity, and he also made it possible for people to have free electricity. Yet they killed the man and took his creation and sold it to the masses. But this good man, Nikola Tesla, he discovered something that the fallen angels had discovered a few thousand years ago. So they took him off the scene, and that was that. They got the cheek to bring out these new cars as well, these bloody Teslas. They got the cheek to call that after him. And it was the fallen angels, the satanic bloodlines, that killed and take these people off the scene. So continuing, why did I mention Nikola Tesla? Because Nikola Tesla discovered a lot when he was doing these experiments. And one great quote, which will lead me onto the thing I'm going to show you, is what he said, and I want you guys to always bear this in mind. His quote is, "If you wanted to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." And that's what it is right there, people. As I say in one of my earlier episodes, maybe episode 1 or 2, there's a spiritual realm and there's frequencies and vibrations that are in this realm as well. But the people that are in control of this place, they don't want you to know these things, because we are in control of the energy that surrounds us. We're also in control of the frequencies and vibrations that we listen to, and the stuff that hits our body and the way it affects our life. So yeah, people, let's be in control of what we're putting into our body, and don't let the mainstream play their music to you and send their vibrations onto you. Fuck that, people. Which leads me on to what I was going to say. You guys can see this for yourself. I'd highly recommend it. It won't be hard to find. You go on the internet and you type in water and frequency, or they've done it with sand before. There's many little different experiments they do. And what they do is they'll have a plate or a bowl or some kind of instrument where they would either put water or sand on top of this bowl or plate, and they would play sounds and frequencies into the sand or the water. And the result of playing these frequencies and sounds into the water or the sand will basically transform the sand or the water into a geometric pattern. And it gets really interesting when they were saying specific words into the water and producing a geometric pattern with the words. So yeah, people, for example, what they was doing is they were putting these words into the water, and as I said, it was making geometric patterns. So they would use words like "I love you," for example, and when they said the word "I love you" into the water, it would make a beautiful geometric pattern. Some of them look like snowflakes, some of them look like the real stars, if you guys have seen what the stars really are and what they really look like. So yeah, people. And then on the other hand, you had like a negative word. So in front of me right now, I've got the words "you disgust me," and that has made a disgusting looking geometric pattern pretty horrible. And yeah, it works with many aspects. Same with the music as well. And I've seen photos of the music and the frequencies of the music being played into the water, and yeah, it produces the same thing. And for example, something like if you look at the geometric pattern produced by heavy metal, you will see that it is completely distorted and it has no kind of symmetry to it or anything. It's just a complete absolute mess. So you can imagine that if you're listening to heavy metal music, that your brain's going to be distorted, your thought process is going to be a mess, because this experiment shows you the effect that the frequencies and the vibrations can have on us. And this is what I was saying also in one of my earlier episodes. The words we say are spells. It has an effect. You can basically choose and control the events and people and situations around you. Just be smart of your words, people. Same on the other hand with the music as well, people. The high vibration music, such as reggae, you look at the patterns that it produces, beautiful patterns once again. Always maintain that high vibration, people. Well, I'm not just saying this for any reason, it's a real thing. Up that vibration constantly, people. If you choose to live on a low vibration or do things that are low vibration, such as being disrespectful, masturbating, stealing off someone, lying to someone, you want to do these low vibration things, I'm sorry, but you'll be surrounded with nothing but negative and low vibration. So come on, people, let's be aware of what's around us and let's create a better environment for ourselves. Yeah, people, we're going to go back to the artist now. If you guys don't know, there's an artist in the Caribbean called VYBZ KARTEL. He is mainstream. He's probably been in the music game for around 10 years now. So quite a long time. But yeah, he's a sellout. Freemason sellout all the way. So I'm going to play you guys a little clip now.
On the community, so that is why we get that label. What about the cult? That you're a member of a cult? Alright, a lot of people say VYBZ KARTEL sell his soul to the devil. I'd like to know how the selling of one's soul to the devil go. Like, if you put out an ad in the Gleaner saying soul for sale, good condition, you know what I mean, and the devil contacts you, he writes a check, or he gives the manager a check and they change it. I want to know how that goes, because that is news to me. I don't know how somebody can sell his soul to the devil. Okay. Does the devil have a bank account? But are you a member of a group of Freemasonry? No, I'm not a member of any group of Freemasons, but what is Freemasonry? Nothing is wrong with Freemasonry. Okay. Masons build the earth. That's why if you look on a Freemason ring, you see the compass and the square, because that is what build the earth. The earth is built from lines and circles. Do you believe in God? VYBZ KARTEL is a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. So when you say believe in God, if you mean Jesus, I'm not a religious person like that. God in the context of Christendom, of Christianity? No, I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in Buddhism. I don't believe in Islam. Because to me, religion is division. It's just one more thing to divide people. Religious wars are the most violent wars in history. And it can be proven with even the recent 9/11 attacks in New York City. That is a religious war. Is there a supreme being in your consciousness? My supreme being would be life. You know, life is the ultimate. Because life is ever continuing. That's why the world is a circle. Because anything that is circular is always mobile. Life goes on. VYBZ KARTEL comes on the earth as kids. VYBZ KARTEL dies. His kids grow up, have kids, they die, and so on and so on. So I believe in life. Not in any one religious being. I say in Jesus. I say I'm going to believe in Buddha. I'm going to believe in Allah. You know what I mean? Because when VYBZ KARTEL travels the world, I've been to Japan. Millions of people in Japan, they don't know about Jesus. They have their own God. So in the Christian view, all of those people, when they die, they would be going to hell. And in the Japanese view, all the Christians, when they die, they would be going to hell. So that in itself alone is confusion. So I say Rastafari is a way of life. Rastafari is a way of life that is more acceptable to somebody like VYBZ KARTEL. It's not a religion, it's a way of life. So you don't think it offers the spiritual fulfillment that many seek? Alright, in life, a lot of people seek answers for a lot of things that they can't answer. That is why religion is so viable. But viable to who? Mainly to the pastors who profit from the people's faith. Because they say faith is the evidence of things hoped for, and the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. That is what people put them life
so
towards.
Those who call them, are false, are just making nice, this lifestyle, you say?
It's just a way of life. It's not a religion in terms of, all right, when I die, I'm going to go to heaven. As a matter of fact, remember Rastafari don't even preach death, they preach life eternal. So how can one have life eternal if it is not, as I said it, by procreating?
Yeah, people, that was the clip from VYBZ KARTEL. As you guys know, his name VYBZ is not spelled normally, it's spelled VYBZ. Now, if you put VYBZ KARTEL into a numerology calculator, you will see that VYBZ KARTEL equals 33. So the coding's right there. He got a couple things right in that clip, how he mentioned about religion is for division. Yeah, he got that right. And he also mentioned eternal life. Yeah, he got that right. But still, if you guys listened, he didn't deny being a Freemason. And he's shown up in the New York snapback, the New York baseball cap. If you guys didn't know, NY is 6 in numerology. So of course he shows up with the number 6. This guy's always wearing the ring. He's always throwing up the signs and symbols. Everywhere he gets an opportunity, you'll see him throwing it up. The sellout VYBZ KARTEL also is a part of the skin bleaching agenda. Yeah, he's bleached his skin. He went from a dark skinned man to a light skinned man. And yeah, all the dummies that follow him and listen to his music, they're gonna go copy and do the same thing. You know what I mean, people? It's tied with some racism there, some dumb shit. You got both of the characters pushing it. You've even got the Tommy Lee artist out here pushing the bleaching as well. And now, because I'm talking about these two right now, they're trying to pull off some dumb shit on the masses, saying that VYBZ KARTEL and Tommy Lee are in prison. That is a load of bullshit. People wake up, you know, these guys are Freemasons. It's nothing new. They do this stuff all the time. They're always taking people on and off the scene. If you look at the pictures yourself, you look at the VYBZ KARTEL character. If you look at him so-called before he went to prison, and then you look at the character they bring out after he was in prison, it's a completely different man. So go check that, people. And if you guys didn't know, it's the same story with Tommy Lee. He's been in the music game for around 10 years now. He always throws up the signs and symbols. Yeah, man, they're down with it. Tommy Lee's latest album come out. He shows you the as above, so below on the front cover. And there's also a phoenix there, which is kind of satanic symbology that they love to use. So yeah, people. And yeah, people, there's a few new artists that they got so-called up and coming. Well, they've been doing music for a little while, but it's only recently they've now come to the spotlight and they post up with these millions of views and they're so-called in the spotlight. We've got the new artist, Intense, been doing music for a few years, but only recently, in the most recent years, he's so-called at the top. And you can clearly see with that character right there, he's got the motherfucking pyramid with the all-seeing eye right in his forehead, right in the middle of his forehead. You understand, people? That tattoo that he's got right there is basically the same symbol as the Delta Airlines, which is satanic once again. These Greek names that you hear are all satanic, tied with the Greek gods, pagans on the masses, you understand? So they love that shit. We fucking hate that shit. You got another artist that does music with Intense as well, called Water. I'm pretty sure they're both sellouts. I see them obviously Intense with the tattoo. Water post up with the Mason's ring. Just the way they go about themselves, you can clearly see they're sellouts. And yeah, people, don't be fooled by the views out here. This Intense character that I'm talking about, every single one of his tracks has basically got 1 million views at least. You know what I mean? 1, 2 million views, 3 million views. Don't be fooled by these views, people, because they're buying these or getting given them, you understand? They're all sellouts. Fucking YouTube is owned by Freemasonry. It's just one of their branches, you understand? They're in control of all the media. So if they want to put these people in the spotlight, give them loads of views, make it seem as if their music's good, then yeah, they'll do that. They're always pulling off dumb shit with these people, you know what I mean? Pull them off the scene, take them back on the scene. It's like the the fucking transgender 6ix9ine character that they said so-called went to prison. You know what I mean, people? Wake up. None of these people are going to prison. They're all sellouts. They're just actors on the masses. Just wake up, people. And let me tell you now, yeah? Don't trust anybody with 6ix9ine in their name. 6ix9ine is the coding for transgender. As you can see, the numbers, they're flipped up. They're back to front. You understand? They've gone from boy to woman, from woman to man. You understand? Don't trust no 6ix9ine, because I know some of you out there is going to be beating your meat to people with 6ix9ine. You understand? So stay away from these transgenders, people. Don't be fooled by these men with the fake hip, the chicken leg, and the fake titties, and the fake everything. Don't be fooled by these sex dolls, people. Come on, they're born boys. And hear me now, people. The reason why you see all these puppets, it's not necessarily just the Caribbean artists, it's everywhere. Actors, you know what I mean? Music, fashion, whatever. Any industry, these celebrities and these role models and these idols that they push on you, they're always throwing up the devil symbols, as you may know already. They throw up the 666, they throw up the double cross, they throw up all of it. You understand? But the reason why they do this is because when God took the fallen angels off this place, not the hybrids, I'm talking about the real fallen angels, when he cast them away, he said, I don't want to hear the devil no more. I don't want to hear the devil speak no more. That's why they use coding and they throw up signs and symbols. That's how they work, people. The devil's not allowed to speak no more. God said so. Another thing that you need to remember, people, is that the Caribbean and these Jamaican artists, they are close to America. That's the culture that is pushed upon them, the American culture. So these young men and people growing up in Jamaica, they see the American dream and they basically want to live it. And obviously, as you people may know, a lot of the people that are living in Jamaica living in the ghetto pretty much. There's not a lot of money in these countries. And it's all by design. We can talk about that on another podcast. That the countries with resources are typically the poorer countries. But yeah, we'll talk about that another time. So what I'm saying is, people, you got these people that are basically coming from nothing, struggling to put food on a plate, and they're sold the American dream by the Americans that live not too far away. And of course, as a young man, you're seeing VYBZ KARTEL, you're seeing Tommy Lee, they're selling out, they're doing the signs and symbols. And I'm seeing it myself, that there's people that are not even in the spotlight, they're not even Freemasons, they're not tied with any of it. But yet, where they glamorize it so much, these people are choosing to love the darkness, you know? Like, they're posting up with a Freemason ring and they're not even Masons, and they're worshipping dark things and blood sacrifice and all this stuff, you understand? And they're not even tied to it, you understand? It's just pushed on them, glamorized, and they fall in love with it, which is wrong. So, to put it in a better perspective, I'm just going to quote the scriptures right now. And here's a quote. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. That is John chapters 3, verse 19. So yeah, people, just to finalize this podcast and wrap it up, come to an end now. I'm just going to say something that maybe a lot of you can relate to. I've had these conversations with many people throughout my life. So yeah, people, take it from me. I'm sure that some of you will be listening to music or certain artists, you understand, that you may know is a sellout or is corrupt in some kind of way, you understand. They do some bad stuff, but you enjoy the music, you enjoy the vibe that song brings. So take it from me, people. If there's a song that you enjoy or a vibe that you enjoy, you understand, from one of these artists that you don't like the artist, just take it from me, people. Put the artist aside, put the character aside, put all the things associated with this person to the side. Take the vibe from the song and take the goodness from the bad, you know what I'm saying? Take the vibe for yourself and make it your song, you understand, people? Don't let it be their song. But you just need to remember, people, what it comes down to at the end of the day is that it's all vibrations and frequencies. So think about what you want in your ears and think about what you want affecting you, your body, and your life, people. Just always be aware of where the music's coming from, what the agenda is behind it, you know what I mean, people? Always be aware. So back to Nikola Tesla again. If you want to find secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So yeah, people, to put this one to bed, just always be aware of the energy around you, be aware of the frequency around you, be aware of the vibrations around you. Conduct yourself properly, people. Yeah, people, it's been another great breakdown. I've enjoyed breaking this one down with you. I hope you guys and girls have enjoyed listening to it. It's been a good one. Love and respect. I'll catch you guys soon.
We've been down in a separation much too long. We've been down in humiliation oh so long, yeah. We've been down in a condemnation much too long. We've been down in a segregation oh so long. So rise and shine as the morning sun that surrounds you.